Can someone speak to me so I can see if my audio is working?
Hi, Caroline, it's Sandy. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, you're live.
Good.
We're just waiting for Krista to call up the agenda. I don't have the agenda, she has it. So once she brings up the agenda, then I'll call the meeting to order.
Okay.
Okay, we have the agenda on the screen now. Before we start the meeting, I'm just going to make a comment, and that is that this is the first time we've done this before, having a live Zoom meeting with the public involved. And I would ask everybody's indulgence because we're doing this remotely, and including our feed is remote, and it may not be a stable connection. So it may happen, although this should be a fairly short meeting, it may happen during the course of the meeting that the line drops. If that's the case, there's no need to panic. We will reestablish the line, and it may take a minute or two, but if everybody just holds on, we'll be back online again. So this is, I'll call the meeting to order. This is a special meeting, Agenda 20, Thursday, the 16th of April, 2020 at 2 p.m. And this meeting, as we all know, is being held through electronic participation using Zoom. So at this point, we'll go into the confirmation of the agenda, that the Ottawa Police Services Board confirm the agenda of the 16th of April, 2020. Is this confirmed?
Confirmed.
And what I'll do is I'll say okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, rather than asking for approval, I'll say, is there anybody of contrary mind? If that's okay, so that if you don't agree to something, speak up. If you agree, silence will be taken as consent, if that's okay. Are there any declarations of interest?
No.
No.
Somebody has a, no, okay. So there is only one item of business, and that item is, the first item is a motion to amend the procedure bylaw 2014-3 to permit remote participation as a result of the novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. Document 1, amended procedure bylaw 2014-3, moved by me. Be it resolved that the rules of procedure be suspended to permit the introduction of the following motion in order to enable the Ottawa Police Services Board and its committees to respond in a timely manner to the restrictions in place as a result of the novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. Be it further resolved that the rules of procedure be suspended to provide that members of the board may participate in consideration of and vote on this and the following motion through electronic participation by way of Zoom at the special meeting of the Ottawa Police Services Board on the 16th of April, 2020. Whereas the novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic continues to evolve and is causing significant effects across the world and in the city of Ottawa, and whereas the ongoing COVID-19 situation and associated recommendation from the Ottawa Public Health that physical distance be
You still there, Sandy?
I'm just waiting,
Okay.
in order to do.
The audio is broken up.
Section 37 of the Police Services Act, RSO 1990, Section P15, as amended, provides that a board shall establish its own rules and under the Act, and whereas the municipal, can somebody mute their phone, please? We're getting a lot of interference. And whereas Section 37 of the Police Services Act, RSO 1990, Section P15, as amended, provides that a board shall establish its own rules and procedures in performing its duties under the Act. And whereas the Municipal Emergency Act 2020, SO 2020, Section 4, provides that a local board, including a police services board, may hold a special meeting to amend a procedure bylaw where an emergency has been declared to assist in all or part of the municipality under section of the Emergency Act, and a member participating electronically in such a meeting such a special meeting may be counted in determining whether or not a quorum of members is present at any time during the meeting. And whereas on 17th of March 2020, an emergency related to the COVID-19 outbreak was declared in the whole of the province of Ontario pursuant to Section 7.0.1 of the Emergency Management and Civil Protection Act as set out in Order in Council 518/2020. And whereas the acting chair has convened the special meeting of April 16th, 2020 as a special meeting of the board, and whereas the board's procedure bylaw number 2014-3 does not provide for electronic participation at meetings of the board nor its committees, and Section 27 of the procedure bylaw requires that when the chair calls for a vote on a question, each member shall remain seated until the result of the vote has been declared by the chair, and that a member not seated shall not be entitled to vote. And whereas under the current circumstances relating to COVID-19, allowing board members to participate electronically in a meeting of the board or its committees pursuant to the board's discretionary authority would provide an opportunity for members unable to physically attend the meeting to participate and exercise their statutory roles and responsibilities. And therefore, be it resolved that the Ottawa Police Services Board approve that the procedure bylaw 24-3 be amended as set forth in document 1, to provide for members to participate electronically in the board meeting of April 16th, 2020, and in all meetings of the board and its committees held thereafter, while the emergency declaration set out in Order in Council 518/2020 remains in effect in accordance with the parameters described in this motion. And be it further resolved that the board waive the requirement under Section 27 of the procedure bylaw, such that during the continuation of the state of emergency, when the chair calls for the vote on a question, any member participating electronically at that time shall be entitled to vote. And we'll just change the page now. Be it further resolved that in order to respond to evolving circumstances, the board suspend the notice requirements set out in subsection 35, subsection 3 of the procedure bylaw, such that these emergency provisions may be amended or revisited by a majority of the board at a future meeting. Is this acceptable to the board?
Yeah, I have one small comment, Sandy. At
Yes,
the very beginning, it is said that all the meetings done by the Zoom. So my suggestion would be that possibly there may be another software or something which comes. I think it's a second paragraph, motion to electronic participation by way of Zoom or any similar, because if it is only Zoom, then we cannot change to Skype or other things which may come in the following weeks or months. So that is only one of my suggestions.
I think that's reasonable.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
So can we carry this as amended then?
Carried.
Carried.
Okay.
Carried.
Thank you very much. I would normally ask for any other business, but as this is a special meeting, we're not allowed to deal with any other business. So with that motion carried, I would thank everybody and call for adjournment now.
I'll move to adjourn.
I second it.
Thank you very much. Our next meeting, our regular meeting, will be Monday, the 27th of April, 2020 at 4 p.m.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.